Hi wonderful souls, welcome to World Wonder Woman. We wander the world, we wander the soul. We look inside to feel whole. So breathe in the magic, let your light begin. I'm world, I'm wonder, I'm woman within. Hi, my name is Lillian and I'm a teacher, systemic consultant, lifelong meditator, gratitude lover, and someone who has been fascinated by human happiness and inner peace since I can remember. I grew up with the prayer for world peace and a deep longing in my heart to contribute to the happiness of those around me. In a family where well-being wasn't just an idea, but a lifestyle. My parents dedicated their lives to healing the world. My mother, Dr. Karin Piertz, is an Ayurvedic doctor who proved again and again that balancing body and mind can heal what seems incurable. My father, Lothar Piertz, initiated thousands of people to transcendental meditation and created one of the most renowned Ayurvedic clinics in the world, all while living a life rooted in purpose and service. So yes, big footsteps, and I'm incredibly grateful for the love, wisdom and support that shaped me. Weekly family conferences, meditation since age 4, nature, community, and people from all around the world walking through our door. My childhood was a learning ground for empathy, deep connection, and solution-focused thinking long before I studied it. But even with a blessed foundation, life taught through contrast too. When my parents separated during my studies, I fell into a depression, a very humbling moment for someone who had always been that sunshine for their surroundings. A silent retreat in India healed my depression within 3 weeks because I faced all of the built-up emotions I did not allow myself to feel beforehand and gained some understanding on why I experienced things the way I did. To tell you the least, for a bubbly personality like me, to not speak for 3 weeks was a big transformational change that allowed me to appreciate silence and to connect with my inner divine in a way that I never thought to be possible. Silence became my superpower. Compassion became my compass. Alongside with inner growth, I followed my calling to help people be happy, truly, deeply, sustainably happy. I explored different pathways. Should I become a psychotherapist, a healer like my parents? Eventually, I realized my heart beats strongest where education meets well-being. I became a primary school teacher because supporting children during such formative years felt like a sacred opportunity. I studied English and art in Koblenz, dove into positive psychology, traveled the world, and practiced what I learned across cultures. And then came one of the biggest gifts of my life. Discovering the How of Happiness by Sonja Lyubomirsky. One of the most inspirational scientific books I have ever read. She studied which habits people with the highest well-being level maintain, deriving different strategies one can implement in their lives to improve their own well-being. During the seminar, we were asked to try one of the strategies ourselves, and I picked gratitude. And what can I say? It transformed my life. Afterwards, I became a systemic coach and NLP practitioner, allowing me to gain a deeper understanding of myself and to help other people do the same. Connecting with my inner child consciously for the first time, leading me on a journey of self-love, taking better care of myself by encountering my struggles with self-compassion, a concept I learned about through the inspiring work of Dr. Kristin Neff. My master's thesis explored how positive psychology can be brought into primary schools, and Australia became my living classroom. I was so lucky to land my dream job at the Holt Community School in Fremantle, a registered positive education school. Here I learned how to guide children through their big feelings while setting loving boundaries. This school was amazing. Pre-kindy and year 1 had beach school once a week. Year 2 and year 3 bush school, and year 4 river school. There they did excursions implementing cross-curricular learning while also learning the skills they needed to lead a happy life, like knowing their own strengths, building community and connecting with nature, all the while by being supported by a team of highly engaged educators. Here I also learned about Brené Brown, another inspirational scientist focusing on vulnerability and self-compassion. But then, my working holiday visa ran out, and seeing that a small community school like Lance Holt could not afford to sponsor my visa, I had to find a different school. With divine intervention, I ended up at Sapphire Anglican College, a school on the other side of the continent that focused on value-based education, an approach I had never heard of before. And what can I say? As a university student, I had a vision of a school I wanted to co-create, and this school was basically a manifestation of that vision. They had school grounds embedded in the most magnificent nature, with a school garden where they grew their own foods. The children could try the sports they were interested in, and most importantly, their well-being was put at the center of everyone's effort. Surrounded by highly engaged colleagues and a wonderful sense of community, I was allowed to learn so much from the educators and therapists that were working alongside me. Seeing that it was a Christian school, the values they put at the center of their community were compassion, honesty, respect, integrity, service, and thankfulness, already embedding many of Lyubomirsky's strategies for happiness. They also took part in the Resilience Project, which puts gratitude, empathy, emotional literacy, and mindfulness at the center, with weekly lessons starting at kindy all the way to year 12. I was so blessed to be a part of this community and to see how the students were indeed so very grateful and helpful, supporting each other in the most magnificent ways. I had a student who set a high goal for himself. He wanted to run 1,000 meters. Halfway, he started to struggle, and 5 students came along, running next to him, cheering him on. My heart was just overflowing with love and amazement. I witnessed children flourish, academically, socially, emotionally, spiritually, because happy children learn better, and supported children become supportive humans. That experience solidified my mission. Today I teach in Germany and integrate everything I've learned, as good as I can. Positive education, emotional safety, strength-based pedagogy, and the sacred belief that every child and every adult has a spark inside waiting to shine. Gifts they can share with the world. And here on this channel, I bring all of this to you. Together we explore the science of happiness and well-being, positive education, gratitude, self-compassion, and inner child connection, mindset and emotional literacy, meditation, silence, spiritual grounding, connecting with your inner divine, tools to live an authentic, joyful, and meaningful life. My mission is simple: to help you create a life grounded in joy, clarity, purpose, and deep self-compassion, so you can feel your inner miracle again and contribute to a more peaceful, loving world. I'm so happy you're here. Welcome to this journey of growth, wonder, and shared light. Let's shine together. Feel free to leave questions in the comments. I'll answer them in upcoming videos. And if you're ready to build a happier, more fulfilled life, make sure to subscribe. With love, your World Wonder Woman.